Was the weakest season, and it had the most part ones and part twos because they clearly didn't know what they were doing. Just had to try and throw in a bunch of drama, and it took me the longest to watch this one. Even season 3 was better than this one. So we got the stupid Bionic Rebellion. Marcus turns out to be evil. They hinted at that a little bit last season at like an episode they introduced him in. Became Chase's friend, and then he's evil. Blah blah blah. Gets beat up. Never see him again this season because they take away his bionics or whatever. Bionic dog. Throw another thing in with Crane. They love bringing up Crane. I've never liked Crane ever since he was introduced. Crane is just not an entertaining villain. But yeah, Crane reprogrammed Douglas's old dog to go find him and kill him or whatever, and he just now found him. Instead of killing him, he kind of just screws with him. He tries to blow him up with missiles, like maybe once, bombs actually, and then the rest of it is just like, you know, him trying to get Adam to kill him, but he turned Adam into another dog, so it didn't really work. Ends up taking his bionics away and gives them to a random family, so you kind of see what they do when someone's evil. Makes sense, but it took them long enough to do that. Spider Island was kind of filler. Oh, and this season has the least amount of Donald Davenport. The kind of father of them, and then their actual father, Douglas, is in this season a lot. And just like it took me a while to finish this show, actually took me a while to start this review. I've already started a new show, Mighty Med, and watched 6 episodes. I'm on episode 7. Spike versus Spikeette. They bring back Spike again. Like, really, why? They have a sexist joke in here that wasn't really funny. Where Spike says, girls can't fight. Then Bree kicks his ass. And he's like, well, I guess she can fight. Not funny. Lab Rats vs. Mighty Med Part 1. I guess the second one is in Mighty Med. And honestly, I forgot about Mighty Med. Like, not this actual episode, but I actually have watched this show before. I thought I didn't, but I recognize the theme song and the characters, besides the fact that, you know, I've watched a bit of it in Lab Rats. Space Elevator. They decide to give Leo another bionic that he uses maybe twice this season, and he references maybe 3 times. And that's like, what, 14 episodes that they don't use his new bionic for? And it was a big deal when his arm broke. They're like, oh, we had to give him bionics to save his life. He was in the hospital for a while. And this one, they just gave him bionics and acted like it was a joke. They even joke about it later, where Davenport is like, well, don't worry, I can put some new bionics in you the next time you get a life-threatening injury. Like, that's your son you're talking to, man. And Bionic Action Hero, don't even really remember that one. There's just so many part 1s and part 2s this season. Just too many of them. Oh, speaking of Bob, that reminds me of something that's not even really about Bob. Spin. Spin was just this random kid that had some beef with Leo. He just disappeared from this show. He was in a few episodes last season, and he was in 1 episode this season, and then he's just gone. Maybe 2 episodes this season. Then Janelle is in this season for like 1 episode or 2 episodes, and she's Leo's girlfriend now. They just kind of made that happen. And then we never even see her on screen during the episode where she's supposedly his girlfriend. It was when Leo quit the team and Janelle wanted to spend some time with him. Then he ditches her to go save the lab rats, Chase, Adam, and Brain. Actually, both their dads too, Davenport and Douglas. Perry's in this in the season a bit more, and then she just stops being in the season a bit more. Then she starts coming back daily in episodes again. Then she quits being in episodes again. Tasha is in like barely any episodes. Shows up to help Leo. Then disappears for a bunch. Then she shows up for like 2 episodes straight. And then she just, keeps showing up. Just at like very weird times. It's like they didn't know what to do with her. Human Eddie was weird. Like he was technically already a human. It made him a human in literally the last season where Leo made something and accidentally made his mom Eddie. So Eddie technically had a body. He was just someone that, already existed, Tasha. Then he just disappears for the entire season. Why couldn't we have seen him in the final episode? They're back at their house. We see Tasha. They're all in the basement. Why couldn't we have seen him just one last time? I doubt he's going to be in the spin-off show because it has even less episodes. There's only like 11 episodes. I think it got canceled. And then look, another part 1 and part 2. On the Edge. Really don't even remember that one. The Vanishing. That's not the one I'm thinking it is, so I won't talk about it. I'm pretty sure it's the one that, because I'm thinking about the final, where they try and give him bionics and then they teleport away or something. Because of, Janelle, who was an even worse villain than Crane. Space Colony, Crane comes back with some random dude named Mr. Tao or something. Mr. Tao gets kidnapped by Perry. And then that's about it for him. Crane gets attempted murder 2 times in this show. They take off the thing that he says he needs to breathe twice. It was just stupid. And then right after that 2-parter, there was another 2-parter for the final of the series, where they fight Janelle and a finally returning Marcus. Leo wants to stand off with him. Douglas beats him. At least I think it was Douglas. And then later, Leo tries to fight him again, and it's a decently cool moment, and then Douglas beats him again. No, actually, the first time it was not Douglas, it was Danny, who I honestly forgot to mention. They gave Adam, Bree, and Chase another brother in this season. Maybe he'll be in the spinoff. I doubt it, though. If so, it was very pointless to put him in this show, because he was in like 4 episodes. Maybe 3. But yeah, this season was not very good. I don't recommend watching it. It has its moments, kinda. But it's really not really worth it. Season 1, Season 2 are great. Season 3 was alright, but not very good. Season 4 was just bad, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll be watching Mighty Med, and then once I'm done with that, watch the spinoff. Since it only has like 2 seasons, so why not watch the entire thing? I've watched longer shows, because Mighty Med's only like 20 minutes per episode. I watched the entirety of Daredevil and Punisher, and I think another show just before I watched. No, yeah, Luke Cage. Just before I watched The Defenders. I'm pretty sure I watched Jessica Jones before The Defenders too. Now, like, the only one of those Netflix shows I have left is Iron Fist, but I'm putting that off as long as I can because it just looks so bad. I'm gonna start the X-Men movie soon. Hopefully. I don't know yet though. But yeah, that's about it for this review.